Hello! Welcome to another instalment of Cracking the Lightning Code, where it's been over a month since the last one, but we haven't really had a lot to talk about until now. And now we're into Power Month, and, well, we'll get to that. Last time we discussed the identities of Wave 10, and those four figures got shown off during a FanFest Friday shortly after. But that wasn't all. iGuy returned. The Monsters assortment still seems to be a thing of the past, but iGuy's getting released, and he now has a brand new codename, Charlemagne. No series codename, interestingly. His full codename is PRG BLT OCT Charlemagne, with PRG and BLT just being Power Rangers and Lightning Collection. They're part of every codename, I just tend to skip them for ease. And OCT apparently being the code for Monsters figures, which I'd managed to miss before. This isn't in place of a series code. King Sphinx would be given as PRG BLT OCT SRE Big Bang, but I'll add it to the key all the same. We also got another teaser at the end of that FanFest Friday, a mysterious Ninjetti silhouette, whose Ninjetti identity we couldn't possibly guess. Nothing more on this just yet, though I imagine we'll be seeing this in full sometime during Power Month. This could also be the 6-inch Ninjetti figure found by @DWall's Epic Hauls before. A short while later, Toku Topics found a listing for In Space Silver! Out of the blue! Funnily enough, it's a straight listing, no codename. We'll probably find out his codename eventually, once he's officially revealed and we get to see the file name of his promotional images. I could see him being part of the Amazon capsule, since it looks as though the Astronomer and Ecliptor 2-pack is already part of that. Around the same time, Toku Topics also reported confirmation that the Evil Ranger Red and Evil Ranger Yellow listings found by @DWall's Epic Hauls are in fact SPD A-Squad Red and SPD A-Squad Yellow. So, hey, nice to have that resolved. Then, of course, we saw Pudgy Pig, this year's PulseCon exclusive. His codename is a very creative PRG Con item. It shouldn't surprise you that I'm not adding that to the key. And now, the first full week of Power Month, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover figures. After around 6 months, the 4 items, 3 2-packs and Shredder, have finally been fully revealed. We have Morphed Donatello and Morphed Leonardo, Morphed Michelangelo and Morphed April O'Neil, Morphed Raphael and, unpredictably, Foot Soldier Tommy, and Morphed Shredder. Looking back at the old names, we can't be certain that Pack A, B and C match up to the reveal order, but regardless, all 4 are now identified. But those older codenames, bearing in mind they weren't exactly fully coded in the first place, have been replaced. These items are now ZA Lodestar Citole, ZA Theseus Palamon, ZA Canterbury Corsa, and ZA Minotaur. If Canterbury didn't give it away, all 4 of these match up with the 16 mysterious codenames from the Leak of Listings 3.0. That's very solid evidence that those 16 are waves 11 to 14. In other words, the current code system is on its way out, and in its place we're going to have a system that's basically impossible to crack. The previous and current systems both revolve around substituting words in the product name, with the previous generally using the NATO phonetic alphabet and the current typically being words relating to space. In the first code system, Lost Galaxy Red Ranger was Lib Roger Romeo, Lib for Lost Galaxy, Roger for Red, Romeo for Ranger. In the second, he was LGY Jupiter, LGY for Lost Galaxy, Jupiter for Red Ranger. With this third system, every single product appears to have its own unique codename. There's no specific code word for Lost Galaxy or for Red Rangers. Lost Galaxy Red's code would be completely distinct from any other Lost Galaxy Rangers and any other Red Rangers. What that means is, knowing the identity of any codename in the new system won't help in cracking any other codename. Here's an example. Once we learnt that SRE Mercury in Wave 7 was Mighty Morphin Green, we could tell that Zerth Mercury, Rad Mercury, and Vel Mercury would all be Green Rangers too. And knowing that Rad Earth A v Earth B was SPD B Squad Blue versus A Squad Blue, meant being able to say that Rad Mercury was SPD Green. That's what this whole video series has been about, using identified codenames to try and figure out the identities of other codenames. Now, let's say hypothetically that Chaucer, I'll skip the PRG as per usual, is Lost Galaxy Green in Wave 11, and Miller is Lost Galaxy Yellow in Wave 12. Hasbro reveals the Wave 11 lineup at PostCon 2021, and we say, great, now we know Chaucer is Lost Galaxy Green. There's nothing about the codenames Chaucer and Miller to tell us that if Chaucer is Lost Galaxy Green, Miller must be Lost Galaxy Yellow, or Lost Galaxy anything. In one sense, this is good. The codenames are meant to obscure the identities of upcoming figures until Hasbro reveals them to us. We're not meant to be cracking these, and honestly, it'll be nice to have genuine surprises when figures are revealed. They've been few and far between when we've been figuring out most figures well in advance. But it does mean this series can't go on in the way it has been, because there's no real way to crack these. The only curiosity right now is the ZA and the TMNT codenames. Whether that's just an indicator that these are special, similar to the OCT for Monsters figures, or whether it's some kind of series code which is absent in the list of listings 3.0 codenames, but will still be part of their codenames elsewhere, we'll have to wait and see on that. So, this is where I look to you, the viewers. What would you prefer? As far as I can see, with the new code system on the horizon, there are two options for this series. Option 1 is ending it once the codenames under the current system dry up. The Lava Equinox listing suggests we might still have some more to see during Power Month, although for all we know that 2-pack has received a new codename too. Interspace Silver could wind up being coded under the new system as well. I don't know how many more videos we'd get. Option 2 is the series continues to cover the forthcoming codenames, but it exists purely for me to say, these are some new codenames as they're found, and these codenames are for these figures as they're revealed. They'll be pretty dry, straightforward videos without any room for the kind of code cracking the series has been all about so far. Basically, Lightning Storm light, and new episodes take longer. Not that Lightning Storm hasn't had code cracking, just that this series has been dedicated solely to that, as the name implies. I'll leave it up for you to suggest what I should do going forward. And hey, if you have ideas for other videos I could do, go ahead and say. I can't promise I'll do them all, but I'd love to hear your suggestions. I appreciate all the views and comments these videos have gotten, and I'm glad you've been enjoying the series. So, even if we're almost at the end, that doesn't have to mean there's nothing more to be done. With all that said, here's the key. No TMNT stuff, naturally, though I've left Fan from the older TMNT codenames. Again, let me know what you feel we should do with these videos, and if there's any other content you'd like to see. I'll be doing more videos for Power Month regardless, probably not one every single week, unless the codenames for next week's demand immediate attention, but I'll be covering everything. As always, thanks for watching.